Good morning, welcome to Northeast Middle School. Before we begin, I would love if we would just have the Northeast Band under the direction of Mr. Brian Rupnick lead us in the Star Spangled Banner. So much. Good morning, my name is Justin Amon, and I am incredibly proud to serve as your Master of Ceremonies today. It really is an incredible experience for me to be here, considering that 20 years ago I was here, though we were in the auditorium at the time, but I was one of them playing the trombone in the marching band that evening when we dedicated Northeast Middle School those years ago. So it is an honor to be here. A lot has changed in that time, including the master key that I definitely didn't have doesn't work anymore. So a lot has changed in the time since we've been here before, but truly an honor and great to see so many friends and old faces. An honor, so thank you so much for that opportunity. I would like to recognize, before we begin, Mayor J. William Reynolds joining us today. Hello, sir, thank you for being here, and all of our special guests. With that said, I would love to introduce to you our principal of Northeast Middle School, Dr. Theo Quinones.
Thank you, everyone. This is a special day for us. About last year, when we realized that this would be our 20th year, we started talking about how do we do and make this a special day. So we came up with, hopefully, we would induct some of our students who have now gone on, and we're going to start our Hall of Honor. Northeast has a rich history, and I'll let a lot of people talk to you about that today, but starting with the old building that was right there on our football fields to this one. What's interesting is hearing people talk about the transition. And Ms. Whitcomb, who's here with us today, led that transition from the old building to the new building. So it's interesting that the new building is now 20 years old. So we are very excited. I'd like to introduce our superintendent is here, Dr. Silva. He'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Quinones. On behalf of the Bethlehem Area School District community and our school board, we welcome everyone today to the celebration of Northeast Middle School. A special congratulations to our new Wall of Honor recipients, Mr. Easterling, Mr. Salerni, Mrs. Shive, and Mrs. Whitcomb. To be in the first class is a big deal, so congratulations. And I know that Miles deserves to be in it, a special connection to Miles. He grew up on the same street as my mother, and he practiced a lot on the piano, we can tell. And when she would go into the living room and open the windows and sit on the couch to listen to beautiful music being played day and night. So it was either you or your dad or both, but I want to thank you for that family memory. Northeast Middle School, formerly Northeast Junior High School, lives in really three different realms. It lives today as a great school where students learn all that they need to know about math and science and music, and it's a rich learning environment, a true pearl of the Bethlehem Area School District. So it lives as a school. It also lives as a center of a community. North Side has its unique identity, North Side Alive. And the beating heart of the North Side is Northeast Middle School. When the Northeast Band practices marching through the community and you see everyone coming out on their porch to see. Sometimes you hear stories being shared among neighbors about when they were at Northeast. So it is really part of the Northside community. And Northeast lives really forever in the lives of its graduates. One of them is right here, right now. It's not unusual when you ask someone from Bethlehem, hey, where did you go to school? Most communities will say, well, I graduated from Liberty High School, or I graduated from Freedom High School. In Bethlehem communities like this, I went to Thomas Jefferson Elementary School, Northeast Middle School, and Liberty High School. They don't skip that middle part, because that is really the piece that holds it all together. And as you see, although our students are a lot different than when we were students, they're really the same. They're in that transition period into growing into adulthood, being good citizens, and being members of a community both here at Northeast and Bethlehem. So I say congratulations, not only to our winners today, our honorees today, but also to the school at large. Congratulations, Northeast. Go Hornets.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Parker. If I could change the script a little bit here, I apologize. If I could just call Mayor Che William Reynolds up, if you don't mind saying a word for us of welcome today. An alum of Northeast Middle School himself, so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Justin. It is wonderful to be here. I grew up down the street, and I don't know if I wore those exact band uniforms, but I was in the band. Mr. Upnick was my band director. I was catching up with Mr. Shive about the stories we read 30 years ago. But Northeast is who you are. And we talk a lot about the Bethlehem community, but there's not a day that doesn't go by when I don't talk about being Northeast proud. And it really becomes who you are. And there's nothing, you are where you come from as far as your neighborhood is concerned. And Northeast is the place where people come together. I went to Thomas Jefferson, my 4 brothers and sisters went to Thomas Jefferson. But we started to become adults here at Northeast because you meet people from different neighborhoods, you meet people from different stories, and then you come together in the best way possible. And it does become who you are. And there are a lot of people that right now you don't realize how special this is, but these years are really forming you and teaching you about what type of person to be in the world. And a lot of what I've done in my life, and I'm not special, we all go to the same places, we all want to do better things for the world, has come from the fact that I really, really appreciate what the adults did for me in this place and throughout the Bethlehem Area School District. School is about coming together and learning about other people. It is about math, it is about science, but more than anything else, it's about learning about other people that might not be like you. And Northeast was a place that I did that. And it's really one of the inspiring things that leads me. My wife and I live about a mile away. One day our little guy is going to come to Northeast. But it's the idea about just being a part of who you are in your neighborhood. And like I said, Northeast is a part of me, and I'll end with this. As I see my good friend Mr. Terry back there, who went to the other middle school in West Bethlehem. But I still remember, and this shows you how personal it is that we beat Richmond 4 out of 5 times in basketball when I was in 7th and 8th grade. We lost in 8th grade when I was getting over the flu, and I only played 7 minutes. Not that I remember any of this. But Northeast is who you are, and it's wonderful to be here, and it will always be a part of me, and it's always going to be a part of you as well. Thank you.
I am so excited to introduce to you Mrs. Parker. I'll embarrass her for a minute. Mrs. Parker is an incredibly special person, not just to me, but more importantly to Northeast Middle School. One of the heartbeats of Northeast for many years, and a woman that has completely changed my life. There's no way that I'd be standing here without her. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Denise Parker.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Northeast. We welcome you on this incredibly special day. It is a day of remembering Northeast's past, its present, and its future. We now celebrate the 20-year-old new Northeast. We share in the joy of our inaugural year of our Northeast's Wall of Honor. We welcome back our former alumni, asking them to share their wisdom with our 8th graders later on today. During this Thanksgiving, it is certainly a bountiful time for all of us. In thinking about school, the gift of music can certainly reflect, as you can see here by our phenomenal students, on how we feel on special days like today. Of course, I go to the world of song and lyrics. Graham Nash of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, when he was available, wrote these special lyrics in the song Teach Your Children, reminding me of how special Northeast Middle School children are. They are with us on a journey with parents and their teachers, a journey that can have many bumps along the way. You, who are on the road, must have a code that you can live by. And so, become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. And then he states later on, don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. Our code is to be Northeast proud. The expectation of both working hard and playing hard. The resilience of bouncing back when it seems that life can be too difficult to conquer. To rise above the tears and the fears, knowing that days will get better. To be willing to become future leaders. We, here at Northeast, are proud of our students, our alumni, and to those who have chosen to lead us all. You being here today shows us this. You are willing to share your ups, your downs, and the lives that you have lived with our children, and we thank you for that. We love and admire you. Students at the middle school are exploring what it means to be a leader, something that may be a very scary task. To stand tall for what is right, even when it means standing alone. This time, the song "The World Was Wide Enough" from the musical Hamilton made me ponder deeply about the concept of legacy. As Alexander Hamilton examines his life before Aaron Burr's final shot, he questions whether or not he will be remembered. How will he be remembered? What will be his legacy? The lyrics that stand out to me are, if I throw away my shot, is this how you'll remember me? What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy? What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. Well, I'd like to politely disagree with Alexander Hamilton or Lin-Manuel Miranda in that sentiment. By you all returning to Northeast today, and for you being here at Northeast today, we get to see how you have grown. You are sharing your shots, your opportunities, your kindnesses, your successes, your hardships, and more things to those who need to know that they can be difference makers, just like you all are. And that we know you will continue to be. Today we learn more about our 4 inductees to Northeast's Wall of Honor. They have contributed so much to this beautiful garden in countless ways. Alumni. One or more of your former teachers requested that you be here to join us today, to help share what you have learned about life post-Northeast. You have impacted our lives. Thank you for joining us today, whether you are a high school student, a professional, or an educator. It is a privilege to see that the garden that is you, and that this garden is thriving. One last song, and it's from me to you, all of you who are here today. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes sang a very inspiring song that is relevant more than ever, titled "Wake Up, Everybody." Teddy Pendergrass, the lead singer, pleads that we actively give back to our community to make a difference, to be tolerant, to be kind, to be compassionate about the world around us. The world won't get better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, you and me. Thank you to each and every guest here for sharing your gifts, your talents, your heart, your guidance, your world, and more. You make a difference. The phrase Northeast Proud is the code that unites us. We appreciate your time and your dedication to our school today and always. You already have and all will continue to change our world for the better. Thank you.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention another heartbeat of Northeast Middle School, Mr. Brian Rupnick. Mr. Rupnick, I think I'm correct in saying this, is the most senior teacher at Northeast Middle School. Is that correct? 1989, is that correct? So thank you so much for all that you do. It is no secret in the Bethel Area School District and beyond that Northeast is one of the strongest music programs we have, and that is in large part due to Mrs. Parker and Mr. Rupnick and of course Mr. Shive. So thank you both. Now, the induction of our inaugural class of the Northeast Middle School Wall of Honor recipients. I'd like to begin with Mr. Miles Salerni. Miles Salerni attended Northeast Middle School from 2001 to 2004, and he graduated from Liberty High School in 2008 to study music at Boston University, New England Conservatory, and Duquesne University. Miles has performed with many artists, including Yo-Yo Ma, Ben Folds, and Sutton Foster, to name a few. In 2016, he was a fellow at the Tanglewood Music Center. Miles is currently principal percussion and timpani with the Philadelphia Ballet Orchestra, as well as an adjunct music professor at Muhlenberg College. He also performs regularly with the Boston Symphony, Albany Symphony, and New Jersey Symphony. Miles has a private studio as well, sharing his talent with many musicians. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles Salerni.
Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. Oh, wow, it's really great to be back here at Northeast Middle School. Those triplets on the bass drum sounded perfect, and the low bass is kicking, so really glad to hear that. Thank you, Mr. Rubnick, Mrs. Parker. I mean, you started it all for me, between choir and band. You know, it was a while ago, but it didn't feel like very long ago. I was in those uniforms, playing quads and snare drum, marching down the street here. And Principal Whitcomb was my principal back in those days, so it's really wonderful to be back. Northeast is extremely special because not only did it lead to my musical career, but it gave me just a well-rounded education between, you know, sciences, maths, all that stuff, but also playing goalie on the soccer team for 2 years here, going on to varsity soccer at Liberty. So Northeast is extremely special. Just hold it in your hearts. I'm so proud to be Northeast proud, and go Hornets. Thank you.
Our next Wall of Honor recipient, Ms. Linda Shive. Ms. Linda Shive attended Northeast Middle School. Mrs. Shive attended Northeast Middle School from 1967 to 1970. She graduated from Liberty High School in 1973, and Linda graduated from East Stroudsburg College in 1977. We went to all the same schools, me and Mrs. Shive. Ms. Shive was a classroom teacher at Northeast Middle School from 1990 to 2017. She was a team leader, athletic director, as well as volleyball and softball coach during her tenure at Northeast. We can still find Linda, it's weird for me to say that, we can still find Linda involved with the student athletes of our softball team. One of her impactful contributions to our school was her role as one of the founding members of Northeast's Proud Initiative. Congratulations to Mrs. Shive.
Being a math teacher, I started crunching some numbers. I'm 70, and I've been connected with the Bethel Area School District for 63 of those years. Student, teacher, and now volunteer coach. 39 of those years were here at Northeast. 3 as a teacher, 3 as a student, 27 as a teacher, and 9 as a volunteer and coach. When Dr. Quinones called and he was telling me, you know, about what's happening, he did 2 things that no one else has ever been able to do. One was call me a liar. You didn't call me a liar, but you proved me a liar. When I used to walk in the office, someone would say, oh, when you leave, you know, I don't know how they're going to replace you. And I said, are you kidding? If I leave today, tomorrow somebody will be at my desk and they'll go, Linda who? Well, I was wrong. And the second thing, I forgot. I did. He made me speechless. Because when he called, I thought he was asking me for suggestions until I found out that I was actually one. So, I'm very honored. Thank you.
Our third Wall of Honor recipient, Mrs. Roberta Whitcomb. One of my principals, Mrs. Roberta Whitcomb, principal of Northeast Middle School from 2000 to 2007, was the first female secondary school principal in the Bethlehem Area School District. She directly oversaw the planning, construction, and moving process into this new Northeast Middle School, which opened 20 years ago in 2005. Formerly, she taught business subjects at Freedom and Liberty High School, was an assistant principal at both Liberty High School and Grockle Middle School, as well as being the coordinator of English language arts for the 4 middle schools in the BASD. After research and observation in 12 countries abroad, she originated and implemented the annual English for Speakers of Other Languages academic competition, which became an integral part of the BASD ESOL program. Dedicated to students' personal development and achievement, and to the fine arts, she earned respect as an educator and mentor. Her service to the community is extensive, with her travels with the Rotary Club throughout the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Roberta Whitcomb.
Thank you so much. What else can be said after Mrs. Parker's brilliant review and kudos to all? I can say some things about the building. The building, we have to thank our teachers for. Actually, we sent Mrs. Parker and Mr. Rubnick out we said, I gave them days, I said, go out, see the best in the valley, come back, and design what you want. Of course, we were given the footprint of the building by our architects and engineers, but they came back inspired and confident to design what you see from this part over. The auditorium, the band orchestra, choir, just everything. They designed it. And we wouldn't be the jewel of the district for the performing arts if it wouldn't be for Mr. Rubnick, Mrs. Parker, Mr. Huey as well, but both Mr. Rubnick and Mrs. Parker were the designers. So let's give them a round of applause. Now I can tell you also about, I call her Carol, but Mrs. Shive. Mrs. Shive deserves this because she would do anything and everything on just a blink of an eye for Northeast. She bleeds Northeast Middle School. She deserves this honor. She's one of the teachers that you can say, oh, Carolyn, I'll do it. She came through every time. Thank you so much. I was in many of the other schools in the district. When I first came into the old building, the band room was right by the front door. And I came in and I saw this kid, I'm going to say. He was walking and he said, I want to be like that man. And I said, who? I didn't know who he was. It was like one of my first days in the school. He said, Rubnick, I want to be like him. I said, oh, okay, what does Rubnick do, kind of thing. the student wasn't Miles, it was Jared Antonacci. But another performing arts person who performs today with many orchestras, etc. So we have a great history of performance and excellence. I also want to remind you that you can never underestimate the moment that you influence someone by what you say, by what you do, by how you act. Just meeting Jared coming in, it was like, I don't know, I like this school, you know? Many, many things cause us to act and interact with people, and it makes a difference. Yes, the building is a building, and I've always been proud of the building. The transition, maybe some of the teachers weren't so proud about all the work they had to do to get from the old building to the new building, but you know, that has to be done. But when we get here and we think about interacting with all of those who pass through the building, not just students, our teachers, but our secretaries, assistants, volunteers, parents, and we see how our students are doing in the world. What, Justin and two of his friends, I call them the Three Musketeers. But right now we have Justin here. So, but you know, in the district office, giving and I'm going to say collecting, but collecting is not the right word. Earning the respect of the community to make a better district, a better program, a better life for all of us who find this building nurturing, a place away from home that allows us to learn and teach. And for all of these reasons, we get to produce, Northeast produces, the movers and shakers, the drivers and the doers of the community and the world. I am truly Northeast proud, and I know you all are now, but the students, wait till you get a little older. You're just going to smile and be so proud that you came from Northeast Middle School. Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, Mr. Easterling was not able to join us today, but we are so honored to be able to read a little bit about Mr. Easterling as well. Reggie Easterling attended Northeast Middle School as a student athlete from 1997 to 2000. He played football for the Northeast Hornets in 1998 and 1999 seasons, and he went on to attend Liberty High School as a student athlete, where he played football for the Liberty Hurricanes. His senior year, Easterling earned Player of the Game in the arch-rival Liberty versus Freedom football game, which drew a crowd of over 10,000 people. Reggie graduated from Liberty High School in 2004, and he earned his bachelor's degree in sociology criminology from Millersville University. He worked at a juvenile detention center in Lancaster, PA, before joining the Pennsylvania State Police as a trooper in 2012. Easterling has served in various roles within the police department, state police, and was promoted to corporal in 2019. He held positions as a patrol trooper, corporal, community service public information officer, as well as a use of force instructor at the Pennsylvania State Police Academy, and Eastern Section supervisor in the Office of Community Engagement. Easterling made the decision to retire from the state police with 13 years of service to the Commonwealth. He is currently chasing his dreams as a business owner, in which he owns and operates a wedding event venue with his wife, Gertrudis. He also uses his training and experience to teach public safety courses, such as civilian active shooter response training to the public. Easterling is a local real estate investor and serves on several youth organization boards. Ladies and gentlemen, let's honor Reggie Easterling here. Before I hand it over to Dr. Canones for some closing thoughts, I'm just reminded, as I open today, a lot has changed in 20 years, but as you see, most things have not. And Northeast proud to be prideful, respectful, opportunity, unity, and dedication. Those things have not changed. Those expectations have not changed. All of you, I think of the students here today, like I was in your very position 20 years ago, have an opportunity to change the world. And if I might just end with something that ended every single morning announcements from my 6th to 7th grade years while Mrs. Whitcomb was here. She used to do the morning announcements and then say, be respectful, be responsible, be the best you could be. The choice is yours. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much. This was a great program. I want to recognize, please, Mr. Dan Terry and Mrs. Tony Darrington, my assistant principals down there, holding down the fort. Thank you very much. Also, obviously, Mrs. Parker had a huge part in putting this all together, and I really want to recognize Mrs. Fink, who I know always gets embarrassed when she gets recognized. Mrs. Fink has been my right hand since I've been here, and realizing that she took it from Roberta to Joe to me, 3 principals changing, but one consistent, Mrs. Fink has always been my experience, I had high school experience, I had elementary experience, both as teachers and principals, assistant principals. When I was asked here, Dr. Silva and Dr. Roy said, you know, there's a nice opportunity. I was excited for the opportunity to be here at Northeast, hearing so much about it. But I did let out a sigh and go, I didn't even like my own kids when they were in middle school. But then being here, you remember the joy, you remember the fun, you remember the awkwardness of going from elementary school and preparing for high school. The excitement, the questions, and this building is alive. It's alive with the people who've been through here. It echoes, and your memories are here. And hopefully being here, you've inspired some of the band members and some of our other Liberty alumni. Someday, I hope to come back and see some of those names on this wall as we bring it all the way down. So I thank you all for being here. It's been an absolute wonderful morning. I hope we all enjoy some coffee and pastries together. And don't know how to end this other than it is an honor to be Northeast proud and now to be a part of this family, as I hope everybody in this room feels to be. Thank you.